And I'm gonna tell you, this has spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, just take my word for it and read it. This is good. What up, Search fam? Sharde here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sharde. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life. And I got another book for y'all. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it has taken me so long. Let me tell y'all, it's taken me so long to finally get through this book. And not because it wasn't good, but because mood reading. Okay, I should probably name my channel Confessions of a Mood Reader at this point. Which I might. Maybe I'll change it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so I'm going to do a review of Nobody's Gonna Take Her Soul Away. Whether this is your first time coming across me on my little corner of the internet, or you keep coming back and have not joined my internet family, you should do it. Definitely hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and be made aware of every time I post, which is usually on the weekends. It don't cost you nothing, but you could gain a lot. Anyway, as I said, Nobody's Gonna Take Her Soul Away by Amanda B. Weaver. I enjoyed this one. I'm gonna just continue starting out telling you how I feel about the book. This was very good. And I've read Amanda Weaver's work before. She wrote The House of Transcendence, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed. It's black witches and hoodoo voodoo in New Orleans. And it's gay. You know, I would love that. This too. This is very queer. Okay. And this is a Dante's Inferno, wow, words. Dante's Inferno retelling that is set in the 1970s. And our main girl, our protagonist, Sapphira Gale, she gets murdered. She gets murdered, girl. And I'm gonna tell you, this has spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, just take my word for it and read it. This is good. But she gets murdered by her boyfriend, whose name is Dante. Okay? And he pretty much barters her soul so that he could become famous, child. And so she gets sent down to Pandemonia. Well, she goes to Purgatory first and has to go before the goddess Samyasha. I think Samyasha is how it's pronounced. And the goddess, she is a raging bitch, okay? And she pretty much says, well, girl, you must have did something. And even if you didn't do nothing, I don't care. You're going to Pandemonia. And you're not just going to Pandemonia, especially because you out here trying to tell me you ain't do nothing when you did something. I'm sending you to the seventh island. You're going to Maleficence. With the killers. Girl. And so Sapphira ends up on the seventh island of Pandemonia, fighting for her life. In her going out clothes, no less. She's in a jumpsuit, a fur coat, and heels. Baby, what is she supposed to be doing? And so she's there and she's trying to fight off demons and other people that have been sentenced to this area. She gets found by a vampire named Maxwell, who's been there for 100 years. And they have a very antagonistic relationship, but they become begrudging partners when she decides that she's going to get back to Purgatory and go back in Samyasha's face and be like, girl, you gotta let me out of here. And nobody has done that. Nobody has done that, child. And so they do this, and on the way they pick up Luquin, who's a werewolf, and he's been there for 300 years, girl. And so and Luquin, he's so darling. Because although he's also very conniving because he gets her killed. And that's the other thing is when you're in Pandemonia, you die repeatedly and you get reanimated. That's part of the eternity of anguish and stuff, part of being down in Pandemonia. And so you're always being hunted. Everybody is fighting each other and killing each other and trying to find ways to torture and all these things. So yeah, when they make it to the 5th island, which was Rapaciousness, I believe, where Luquin is he gets her killed. He's like, I'm sorry. but you gotta take me with you. So they end up, a trio trying to go through each of these circles. And then there's the god of pandemonia, Tyranian, I think that's how it's pronounced. And he's wild. Mans is wild, but he's also the lover to Semyasha, and they got 2 kids, Floriel and Astrophel. And Astrophel has been in the pit being tortured by her daddy's minions because her mama found out she was trying to save the soul of a human, so she done been in the pit. So her daddy goes, okay, well, if you want to redeem yourself, I'm gonna let you out of here, and you gonna go make sure that these 3 don't make it back to purgatory. You gonna kill them, or you gonna bring them to me. Now, Maxwell is already finding himself attracted to Saphira, and Saphira is also finding herself attracted to Maxwell. They like the longing there is also gorgeous. And then Astrophel, she too is finding herself attracted to Saphira, and likewise, because Saphira is bisexual. Okay. And then Floriel, oh, he's disgusting. But the 2 siblings, they have always been antagonistic toward each other. They be killing each other and chopping each other up. It's wild. It's wild time. And so they're going through each of these islands. They have to cross over them the long way. And they usually have to wait because if the tides come up enough, you will be lost in the water, and like that's a bad thing. But as they cross into each of these areas, we start to get the backstories of Maxwell, the vampire who has killed all, like he gets sent down to Pandemonium because he killed his family, his whole family. But they were horrible. And I'm not going to tell you why, because you got to have some stuff to be surprised by. But just know they deserved it. Anywho, and then Luquin, he gets sent to Rapaciousness because his lover at the time has sticky fingers and got him into stealing. And then he gets caught. And like they're both werewolves. And so he gets caught and he gets guillotined because he was a dancer. He's a ballet dancer in 16th century France. And she just lets him get caught on her behalf. And she pregnant. And she comes back too, because she too eventually ends up Pandemonium. They needed to fight her. I just want to say that. I just want to say that somebody needed to fight her, because what? She was horrible. And no remorse for being trash. It is wild. A great time. And so they eventually do make it to purgatory, and it's a whole thing. They end up getting captured by Tyranian, and Astrophel, she gets sent to the abyss because she done fell for this human again. She ain't learned a lesson. And so the end, but I will say the end is really satisfying. I was very pleased with how everything wrapped itself up. I think that the comeuppances came up like they was supposed to, that the resolutions were satisfying, and it was really good. And it was a quick read, right? Because if you can see the text, it is double spaced and it's not very small. So like I actually got through this in a couple of days once I really got into it. And I don't know why I didn't, because from the beginning it was actually very interesting. I just wasn't ready at the time. But I will say, I enjoyed this very much. I'm really glad I bought this when it came out. And Amanda Weaver, thumbs up, girl. You did a great job. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.